Hey guys, WhipChip here, and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to customize your Geckle army. So, unlike the months, something really special about the Geckles is that they have two faces. So, not only can you have one scared, one can also be happy slash angry slash, I don't know. But also with Geckles is that their torsos are double-sided and can work the same way. So we have a lot to go off of here versus the months where they have basically one face and one-sided torsos. So first, let's get into the named characters with Chancellor Gulch. So first, how I would change Chancellor Gulch is, how I would do Chancellor Gulch would be first take the Gleck minifigure from the sets and take off the crossbow, take off the arrows, and put on his sash. So these bag sashes come in my opinion, a lot of sets. I have a lot of them, but I don't know how many of you guys do. I hope that they're on Bricks and Pieces, but you should always check. I am also going to give him the angry face, or the happy face, I'm going to say, and then also give him this headpiece. Basically just the Gleck minifigure, but without the crossbow and arrow, and adding in a sash. And for the accessory I'm going to give him a frog, because that, in my opinion, is perfect to represent the Slugs race. Really cool. Now, for Gleck, how I would customize him is, I really wouldn't, is the thing. So I gave Chancellor Gulch and Gleck both bright brown legs, opposed to dark brown, because I feel like it makes them stand out against the other months, or no, Geckles, but that's always just a preference of mine. But Gleck, to change him, I really just had to go all out with him. So I took one of those Ninjago shuriken middle pieces, and I shaved off the sides and made it into an amulet. And I really like that looks. That looks really good. It gets that nice gold shine, and it's got like that dot in the middle, so it makes it look more like an amulet. For his accessory, I also gave him just one of those crystal torches things. In the back, I have this white putty all around him to have it look like it is the chain of the necklace. But we've got 2 Geckles down, but that's not enough for a Geckle army. So, if you want to actually build a Geckle army, you're going to need to go to Bricks and Pieces. Now, Bricks and Pieces is this online place on Lego.com where, you can buy bricks and pieces. Watch, one of Just Too Good's 50 videos about them. But they're really cool how Lego can sell these, again, just random bricks and pieces to get, you can buy them. And they didn't have any months, but they did have the Geckle face, torso, and legs. They didn't have this piece, though, which was really disappointing, because I was sort of wanting to get more of it, but, whatever. So first, I made, with these, you can make puttied, like the bands, like the putty rope headbands, and then I puttied ears and this bald hat. So, and this one also has an inverted torso. As you can see, there's no belt buckle. But yeah, I got 2 of these guys to work in my Skull Sorcerer's Mines, and I also started erasing part of this guy's torso. Really like how that looks, because if you don't know, you can actually take an eraser and erase part of a minifigure's printing. Don't recommend doing it, however, because you will damage it. But I bought these torsos specifically for this reason, so I will be using them for it. I'm also going to be putting Chancellor Gulch and Gleck over here. Then, a very big, helpful piece that I found while ordering my Bricks and Pieces haul is this. The Spider Queen's face. This is the exact color of all of the Geckles, and is definitely perfect for this task of creating an army, because you don't want them all to just have the same 2 faces. And in the show, the woman for the Geckles had a face just like this, except the only problem that's different is that the eyes are green and not yellow. But I don't really see that as big, because you get more variation, and this one I just gave her a hood. You know, you got to have a couple ones with hoods. Then I have another one to work in my mines. This one I'm not really proud of. I don't really like the ears, but I'll most likely redo it. See, again, I switched the torso. I'm not really going to keep pointing that out, but I will um keep doing it. Now, here is the biggest thing that I did on Bricks and Pieces. I bought a lot of elf hats. They were stupid expensive. I think they were like $2 each or something ridiculous like that for a piece. But I swallowed the urge to not buy them and painted them. So now we have these like elf geckles, and I love how these came out. They look really good. This one, sadly, I painted a little weird, but I painted the hat brown and then waited for it to dry and then painted the ears, which look really good. I found paint, thankfully, close enough to the Geckle skin color to where it actually will look like Geckle ears. I painted them in dark brown, the hat in dark brown, and in light brown. I like the light brown hats better, but I didn't know that until they all finished drying. And you can see I gave most of them girl faces because in the show, most of them were girls. So look at all of these geckles I have now. These are a lot of geckles. And you can't have a geckles without all giving them accessories. So let's take a look at the accessories I'll be giving these geckles. Besides, of course, Chancellor Gulch and Glack. So of course, you gotta have slingshots. I'd say that's a really big weapon to include. They do have slingshots on the back of their torsos, so you can just see right there. And this slingshot I got from Bart Simpson, and it was in a lot of Simpson sets. It was in the Dimensions, the Bart Simpson minifigure, and I'm pretty sure a couple other things, but don't quote me on that. So I do have a couple slingshots that I can, use with this. Then I would also suggest using, of course, the bow and arrows. I'd give that to one of my geckles, because that was in the sets. I would also use his little, like, weapon, like these daggers or whatever these things are, that also came in the sets. A thing that I would also advise using would be these knives from, the Roman soldier. I know it's from that. They were also used for Kita's knife in the Ice Emperor's castle. So, you can use that. In the show, they were seen using these little knives. This also came in a Mer magazine promo, but, you can give it to them. And this was actually in the show, these little knives. I myself don't have many of them, but I sort of hope to get more. Then, you can always use the sack, which is from Chip and Dale, as well as the Goblin from series, I think, 13. You can use this piece, which I think is really good for geckles. You can just see, like, this mace with this ball and chain, just whack, whack, whack. What else? You can use this bow. This one's in gray. I don't really suggest using this one. This is from, like, the weapon pack from the blacksmith shop, but it looks good enough. What else? You can also use these. They look like hose to me, but, they were using the Tomahawk Warrior in Series 10, but these are in darker. These are from Tonto. Got a couple of those. And, hammer, I also picked out. And as you could also put things on their back, like these little carrying bags, which I think look pretty good. But one of my favorite accessories that I made, let me move all of these weapons out of the way so you can see it, is a bucket of moth milk or whatever they call it. And the way how I got to look like that, and with like it being hollow, is I just used one of these stamp pieces upside down, and it fits really well in the bucket. Let me just get it to stand when it stands. And then to get like their scooper, I just would use a broom. And I got a couple of moth milk and a couple of brooms. So yeah, I'll get back to you with my Geckle army. Well, here they are, all outfitted. I can't wait to put these guys all in my display. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.